Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming to pitch event number 77. So we're very glad we want really to reach number 100. I can't wait. But let's go straight to our founders and to our investor guests. Today we have founders coming from Europe and US, and also we have a great investor guest, which is we stay with us for this hour making questions with our founders. So let me cut my talk and just go straight to the pitch. Let me introduce to your investor guest. So thank you, Kalindo. Hans Berham Meyer, investor and CEO of Comifor Holdings. Hans, thank you so much for coming. If you want to give introduction to yourself.
Yes, thank you very much. Well, first of all, Max, thank you very much for inviting me once again. I think I've been on the panel beginning of the year as well, and it was great fun. So thank you again. Hi, everybody. I'm Hans Bernhard Meyer. I'm sitting at my desk in Flanders near Bruges. It's been raining quite a lot, but nevertheless, I made it through. Now, I've been working 30 years in the investment industry in London and Paris, under several different perspectives: corporate finance, brokerage, asset management, real estate investment, and lately private equity and venture capital. All had one theme in common, which was undervalued equity. I'm trying to spot undervalued equity, both listed and unlisted, but today it's of course unlisted. But I also switched sides and worked for a group of London-based investors as a CEO in Lyon, in France, for a French B2C startup in the food and beverage industry. We successfully launched an organic soda into the supermarket shelves next to Coca-Cola from scratch. Well, still on the startup side, I'm a coach, expert, and jury member, and two regionally based in Cologne and Düsseldorf. Cofimore is based in Brussels. With partners, we invest in small and medium-sized B2C companies in the luxury and premium segment. So Max is right on that one. There's not a lot of people actually who do this, and not a lot of investors do this because it's quite a different, difficult market and a different market segment. You have to really understand the codes, and you have really to understand how the public thinks. When we invest, we help them out to scale up once we have recognized the proof of concept and the tractions by the sales. Adding to my investment expertise, I have profound hands-on experience in branding, go-to-market, international marketing. Thank you very much, and I'm really looking forward to the pitches.
Thank you so much, Hans. So I won't make you waiting too much. So let's introduce our first founder from Illinois, United States, Stefan Magnusson, co-founder and I suppose CEO Taurus Technologies Electric Inc. Aviation and aerospace, seed around 10 million in USD. How's it going, Stefan?
Very good, and thank you for having me. I'm fantastic, very thrilled. So thank you, Max, and a big shout out to EquityMatch and the Max and his team. Thank you so much for having us today.
Thanks to you, Stefan. Please give an introduction to yourself. Don't wait for me. Go straight to pitch.
All right. So I'm Stefan Magnusson. I'm the CTO of Technologies Electric, and I've been in motion all my career, from micro motion in telescopes or from micro motion in underneath the microscope to huge bearings. Let's go. Let's see what my pitch is. There you go. Thank you so much. So what is Taurus bringing for you investors today? We're bringing a new revolutionary electric motor. It is based on completely different physics. It has performance much greater and much better than the legacy motors. It runs at 25% less energy. It has less impact on the environment, both on running and the materials needed. We have filed patents. We are solid. Our portfolio patent is great. We have a vast market. You all get it. It's an electric motor. It goes everywhere. And we have an amazing team to create our vision and make it real. So what is the challenge? What is the challenge of humanity? What is it that we need to do with electric motors? Well, we need to create that motion, and we need to create it as efficient as possible with least amount of energy, with least amount of material. And that's what we here at Taurus do. We do that with this new breakthrough solution, the Taurus impulse motors, where we eliminate the electric coil or the coil and replace it with impulsors. Solid IP portfolio, massive. We've filed everything from aerospace application all the way to industrial to household appliances. We've filed patents everywhere, and we just got our patent granted just 2 weeks ago, so we are very excited about this. The applications are broad, and then we're talking HVAC, eVTOL, robotics, household, electric vehicles, defense, and aerospace. Wherever you look and you see something moving, bet you it's an electric motor, and we have no limitation on where we can take our electric motor. So that's the huge industry that we can go after. Now, the market clearly is huge. It's in the trillions. But we're going to focus, but I want to show the market that we address. Even if we get a small percentage, 3-4%, Taurus is going to do phenomenal in helping reduce the amount of energy and also make a healthy profit. Now, when it comes to the environmental impact, everything we do, depending on the energy, produces greenhouse gases. So if you reduce the amount of energy for running everything, you reduce the amount of greenhouse gases. And that's what we do. With those 25% reduction in energy, we reduce the greenhouse emissions, and we all go and benefit from it. Now, when it comes also to the processing, because we can create a smaller motor doing the same job as a larger motor, we reduce the amount of material and the processing and the energy to create the motors. An added bonus is the carbon credits we create. So when we actually manufacture these motors, we actually generate carbon credits. And the end client also gets to use carbon credits because they upgrade their buildings. So they get carbon credits as well for improving their buildings. So go-to-market strategy is very simple. We're going to go for the HVAC industry. We are targeting the vast of pumps, heating, cooling, everything running in what's called the prop tech or the property tech technology. We can have a huge impact very quickly, but we also have to add something that's sexy and cool. That's the eVTOL. We want to create propulsion system for the next flying cars, the drones, and heavy lift drones as well. So we're splitting these two. We think it's awesome. We're going for HVAC and eVTOL at the same time. The team is amazing. We're very fortunate to have our CEO, Martha Magnusson, who is the co-founder, main inventor, and she runs our company CEO as president. She has brought in an array of talent from across the planet that joined us, and they're ready to help us to make this vision a reality. So our EBITDA is pretty good, and our margins are also fantastic. So when we manufacture and deliver motors, not only do we make a profit, we help the planet, but the financial looks really good. And people will save their cost in running houses and in the industry complexes immediately, making them want to buy our motors right away. So if you look at it, and we can start right away because we have already partners that will start mass manufacturing our type of electric motors right away. All right, so what we're going to do with the funds? Well, we're going to create a family of HVAC motors, a family of eVTOL motors, and then we're going to do what we're doing right now. We're going to do marketing, which is necessary. We all know marketing is very important. We'll add on some IP as well. We'll strengthen our IP as well, but that's what we're going to do with it. From those family of HVAC motors, we'll be able to attack the entire market. And from the eVTOL fans and propulsion system, we'll be able to provide those as well for the industry. So quick, get it back, I would say. We have superior performance. We can run at speeds and we can outdo any current electric motor. We have a robust patent portfolio. We reduce the amount of energy and the impact on the environment dramatically. We have a broad industry application. We can literally go in nearly any motion industry, robotics, androids. The future is robotics. Vast market size, no question. We can address it. And we have a kick-ass team to take this and make it into reality. So thank you all for watching us today. And again, a huge thank you to Max and his team. It was amazing. Lovely. Thank you so much.
The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. I have so much imagination, I must be a genius.
There you go. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Stefan. Hans,
No
please.
problem.
Yes, I would like to know more on the production side, because as you can imagine, I mean, devising the motor, fine, that is running fine, all of this is great, but bringing it to the market, that's the complicated thing. So where are you manufacturers? Are they? I mean, yes, you are patent proof. Nevertheless, if it's really working, you will probably find somebody who's going to start copying it, etc. So and so on and so on. So I would like just to address these, these critical points which you have been thinking of, I suppose, and it's not new, my question.
No, it is a perfect question, Hans. Thank you so much. So, of course, mass production is the key to this, and we've joined forces with already existing fan producers in Germany. We have massive manufacturing plants in Mexico already able to turn the key. They're well known in the world. The mass manufacture already motors for major automotive industry. And we have asked them to start making it. So we can literally start making 10,000 motors right away. We already have found the partner. And what the good thing with our German partner is that we make the fan. So on the first slide of the presentation, you can see a fan, and they're already partnered up with us. They're super excited. They know making an efficient electric motor. They produce the fan, we produce the motor, and they have their whole entire sales network for them open for us. So the partnership has already been put in place. We just have to turn the key. There you go. Hope that answered to you.
That answers the one part of the question. And how is it? Are you going to the market? To go to the market? I mean, how do you do that? Do you have a will that be door to door, or you have already partners?
Oh, no. Yeah, we have that. So already OEMs are buying the subcomponent from like the fan subcomponent, which means they offer already their fan with our motor, and that goes directly to the OEM. So that means that in HVAC technology, big factories and big places, they already buy that fan. We put it on. It's the same thing with the electric motor for eVTOL as well. We already supply the motors for the OEM who makes it, right? So the partnership, how Martha has structured it, is that we literally go behind another OEM who makes the fans, and we make our specific electric motors for that fan technology. And they're sold in the tens of thousands already.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So the partners you're working with, they actually, you do correct me if I'm right, they're selling their motors already to their clients, and you are coming in and they're placing some of their motors with your fans, and then selling it to the same clients. Is that correct?
No, they are making fans only, but
Okay.
they would benefit dramatically from their sales network. We would benefit from their sales network, and they benefit from us, providing that we give that motor on the back specifically designed for their fans, which means we can make it even further efficient, right? So they're very into it. We don't compete with them, but they offer it to the clients they already have to increase the efficiency of their HVAC system. All over Germany, all over Europe, it's instant.
Okay, that's interesting. Are they also securing the maintenance and the guarantee of the product?
So we take responsibility of the motor. They take responsibility of the fan, right? And the assembly is actually going to happen in Germany, right? So that's what we're doing. We're separating. But what's also a good thing is we can remove the system immediately and take it all out and replace it with a new one, which is even further cost reduction. Changing the motors and the systems in high-end HVAC systems is very expensive. But because we've joined the system, the fan and the motor, it can be removed right away. And that's labor cost saving.
Very interesting. Very interesting. Yes.
Thank you so much, Hans. Stefan. Thank you. But don't go. Stay there. We are back very soon.
All right.
It's still fine. So I'm moving to Daisy Harvey, founder Loom. Loom is headquartered in London, UK, of course. Fashion pre-seed, 250K in pounds sterling. How's it going, Daisy?
Yeah, good. I'm excited. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thanks to you for coming. So I'm not going to take any more time. Introduce yourself and please pitch.
Thanks. So I have worked in the fashion industry for my whole career, so for over 10 years now, for brands such as Burberry and TK Maxx in merchandising as well as marketing. And a few years ago, I became very passionate about driving positive change within the industry. So I started a sustainable fashion marketplace called Loft a few years ago, which actually led me on to creating Loom. So I'll tell you a little bit more about Loom now. So at Loom, we are starting a circular fashion revolution. In the UK, it's estimated that we only wear a quarter of our wardrobes, and this is due to bad fit, bad design, and bad quality. That's 1.6 billion unworn items in the UK, leading to a global crisis. Every second, a garbage truck full of clothes is either burnt or dumped in landfill. Currently, ordering upcycled and custom-made clothes is expensive and inaccessible. But imagine if you could create your own tailor-made wardrobe at the touch of the button. You'd have the perfect fit, the perfect design, and sustainable quality every time. Introducing Loom. So with Loom, you can design your dream wardrobe. We do this by connecting you with designers to create upcycled and bespoke clothing. Think Fiverr for fashion designers. Our vision is to become the leading fashion app, a thought leader for circular fashion, and the largest community of independent fashion designers. We have two users, so we have our designers and also our consumers. For our designers, we offer an all-in-one solution. We have over 60 designers in our network at the moment, and I've spoken to them all face-to-face and learned all about their pain points. They all want more bespoke work, but struggle with the level of admin and customer service that comes with this. And Loom provides an all-in-one solution. Not only does it help them get more customers, but we are a payment system for them. We help them with content creation, appointment booking, take care of their customer service. And we also regularly host events that can give them a wider platform. For our customers, you can shop in two ways. You can either tell us about the items you no longer wear in your wardrobe, and we give you ideas on what this could be turned into using our AI integration. If you already know what you want to create, say you've got a wedding coming up and you already know the outfit that you want, we can also connect you with the perfect designers to make that happen. We also use AI to help not only give you ideas on what you could create, but also to make sure that we have accurate measurements, to locate you with designers nearby to you if necessary, and also to help create images that illustrate your vision, or for the designers also to show you what they think they could create. And we also reward you for shopping sustainably. The market is huge. The global e-commerce fashion market is set to be $1.2 trillion in 2027. Of that, circular fashion business models are 3% at the moment and set to grow to 23% by 2027. So it's a really fast-growing market. And we're confident that we could take 0.3% of that market share, which would be 37 million. Our customers are people in the UK who love fashion, they want to shop more sustainably, and also they struggle to find clothes that fit and want a solution for those clothes in their wardrobe that they just don't wear. Our go-to-market strategy is all about partnerships. We're working with members clubs and co-working spaces to offer on-site alterations and upcycling. A large part of our strategy is working with micro-influencers to show the transformation process from before and after and to reach their communities. We're also working with charities. I'm sure you've gone into a lot of charity shops, and if you've ever bought something, it's very unlikely that it fits you, but there's so much potential for those clothes, so we can help upcycle those. We're also partnering with lots of fashion brands and universities. There's 4,000 fashion graduates every year, but less than 500 jobs. So we're partnering with universities to help support the next generation of fashion designers. We're at the epicenter of 3 growing trends: sustainability, supporting small businesses, and mobile commerce. And where we vary from our competitors is that we can offer alterations and repairs, but we take it that one step further by offering bespoke and custom-made clothing. We're also a marketplace for sustainable brands, and we can also offer alterations and repairs. Our team, so there's myself, the founder. I'm a second-time founder, so I've made many mistakes and learnt from them, and I know how to run a business now. I'm sure I'll make many mistakes in the future, but I'm passionate about problem solving and making this a reality. I've got Gil, my CTO, who's an experienced technology leader, and Elsa, who is head of our design, and she has many years working for many luxury fashion houses. So I'd love for you to join our circular fashion revolution. We're raising 250k. We have SEIS Advanced Assurance if you're based in the UK, and we're going to spend this mainly on product development as well as marketing and operations. So thank you so much for listening, and I'd love for you to join us.
Thank you so much, Daisy. I will leave you to Hans.
Am I the only one on the panel here is asking questions?
Of course, you are the only investor today, so you have all the right to talk.
Oh
we
my
only
God.
bring
It's a lot of responsibility. Anyway, very, very interesting, Daisy. Very interesting. I listened very carefully, and it's quite interesting. The question I would have, of course, it's you creating communities, and if you create communities, of course, you are local. I mean, you can regional communities and local communities, but where is the potential of scaling that up? Because in France, the fashion industry works is slightly different from the UK, as you know. So for me, it would be, as an investor, the question would be, where is your scalability? Because this is what's all about startups, basically scaling up the business and then actually trying to raise the margins, and also this I would interested to see where your business model actually is. Where do you actually make money? Who pays you what for? This would be my second part of the question.
Yeah, of course. So if I take that first, so we work by taking a commission off of every transaction at the moment. And then as we scale, we're looking to implement subscriptions and memberships for our community. So in terms of being scalable, we are basically a software solution. So we don't get involved with the logistical side of it. So that makes the platform very scalable. And you're right, the part that does make that more difficult is that it's community-based. But from the research that we've done, this is in the UK, but there are so many independent designers out there. Even if they didn't go to a university and learn, they are setting up their own independent upcycling brands. Actually, quite a few of the designers that we work with maybe didn't have a fashion design degree, but they're making top quality products and they already have really large communities. So it's really about supporting people who have those skills. And also, as I touched on in the presentation, there are so many designers that study fashion design, but then there are hardly any jobs. So we're also helping to support those. And by partnering with universities, we're helping not only to support those students, but also they then join the platform, and that helps to grow the community at quite a substantial rate.
Hans?
Yes, no, I can't hear. There's a problem.
Can you hear us now?
No. I can hear you, yes. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly well.
Yeah, but the picture is frozen.
If you want, you can log out and log in again, and you will fix the problems.
The problem is that even my mouse don't respond. That's the problem.
I hope it's frozen on a nice version of my face.
Let's wait 1 second for Hans coming. Meanwhile, we are fixing the problem with Hans. He's coming back soon. Everyone wants to come to pitch, please. You can email at pitch@equitymatch.co. If you want to raise any question to Daisy or our fund, they do it now, we will bring them back. So meanwhile, we're waiting for Hans. Let me ask you one question, Daisy. This is software-based business, as Hans said, scalability in startup at the pre-seed stage, it's all. But you get started now. Where are you competing now? What's your market? You are online. So when we talk about business running online, market is not that well defined as brick and mortar. But where are you focused? You must start from somewhere.
Yeah, so really leveraging the communities that already exist, so the communities of our designers, and starting to tap into other communities as well. So, or using the designers communities as well as micro influencers, we're tapping there. And it's really, in terms of who the customer is, this came up recently, but sustainability is normally a bonus. We're offering that solution for the clothes in your wardrobe that you don't wear. But really what's unique about Loom is you are getting really high quality, really unique pieces that are tailored to you. So people are really driven by their style first and foremost, and the sustainability element is obviously something I'm very passionate about, but it's almost a bonus for our customers. So we are focusing on customers who are really interested in fashion and getting those high-end bespoke quality clothing. Saying that, you may be surprised at the price point. So when you get something upcycled, we found that it depends on the project, but it's around 100 to 150 pounds. So that's quite affordable for something that's tailor-made to you and that is helping to drive positive change within the fashion industry.
Hans
Do you
is
hear me
back.
again?
Hey, back. Thank you.
I don't know where I haven't gone. So I probably missed a lot from Daisy's interesting speech. Do you have the customers you're having are more men or are there more women at the moment?
There are more women at the moment. This is purely because most of the designers that we've launched with focus more on women's wear, but in the future hoping to be unisex and to capture both men and women. Okay.
Again, my question was, how do you make money? I mean, you said, yeah, just can you run me through that again, please?
Yeah, of course. So we take a commission off of every transaction through the platform.
Yeah, but from the designer or from the client?
From the designer. So the cost of the project comes through Loom, and then we take our commission off and then pay the designers.
So are you a brokerage, more or less a brokerage platform then? Basically like in real estate, you have a buyer and a seller?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So we're in essentially a marketplace.
It's an e-based marketplace where you have the demand, which is the customers, and the supply, which is so your supply is the designers and the demand is from the customers.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
And how do they match? How do they match up? You have a profile which is is it IE based the profile? Because how do the clients match with the designer and vice versa?
So yeah, so every designer has.
I mean, it's like a dating service. I mean, you need some metrics, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. So the designers have profiles where they can see all of their. They can upload examples of their work. Currently, we have a no-code MVP. So I am the matchmaker. But what I'm raising for is to build our coded platform that will have AI integration. And that will help with the matchmaking process. So we'll be able to scan the data of all the work that the designers have uploaded and match that with the projects as they come through.
So scalability is only available when you have IA in place?
Yes.
Because at the moment it's you. I mean, you can only work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and then you have to sleep sometime and eat. So basically the capacity limit is you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and exactly. And that's why I'm raising to make it scalable.
No, I understand. So AI injecting an AI in your platform and market. Now, on the basis of the traction, do you have have you had some sales already, or and can you just run me through very quickly through the traction which you have?
Yeah, of course. So we have had our first paying customers. We've also had another revenue stream where we have our community of designers and we host workshops. So we've got 2 revenue streams at the moment. We launched with 10 designers. We now have over 60, and that's growing organically. We've hosted our first events, including one for London Fashion Week. And yeah, so that's kind of where we're at the moment.
And the designers, do they pay to be on board, or is it free for them?
It's free at the moment, but in the future, we'd like to implement subscriptions.
Of course, because the more clients you get on the other side, the more interesting you are for the designers, because they will then get a payback from their fees.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. It's a very interesting model. I would like to get more about that. Perhaps can Max put us together after the show? You give me your phone number or something like that, and then we exchange on that one, because I have tons of questions, of course, on that one, because that's something dear to my heart, which I can understand very well.
Yeah, of course. I'll send my details
We'll
to
make
you.
the introduction. Yeah. The team will make the introduction straightforward.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Daisy. Hans. I'm moving to funder number 3. Anders Dewoon. I hope I made it.
Yes.
Founder and CEO of Consenz International, based in Stockholm, Sweden. Automotive, pre-seed, 300k in euros. How's it going, Anders?
It's going very well. Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting me. Speaking out of a very gloomy and grey Stockholm.
Thank you so much for coming. Please, if you want to give introduction to yourself, and after go straight.
Yeah, naturally. My name is Anders Dewoon, as you've heard, and I have been more than 20 years in different leading positions in the global vehicle industry, and been traveling extensively to more than 60 countries, been living in 3 different continents, and the last 4 years I was in the autonomous, electrified and connected transport systems, and that's where I really felt the untapped potential of connectivity, and that is what I bring into this presentation of Consenz International today. So Consenz wants to democratize road safe and smart mobility, and we are on a mission to upgrade the digital interface of any car. More than 1.4 people die in traffic every year, and the car industry is pouring in great resources to modern cars in the upper segments, but that's not really where the accidents are happening, and they are working in closed and slow ecosystem. So many good third-party services never reach the market. And that is why Consenz has developed an intelligent, connected head-up display, an all-in-one solution that can be retrofitted into any car with 2 integrated cameras, conversational AI, and an intuitive visual interface right in your face, allowing drivers to keep their eyes on the road while they stay connected and informed without touching their mobile phone. And the platform is totally open for third-party innovation. And this openness gives partners a roadworthy platform to deliver their services and the user constant access to new services without Consenz having to develop everything from scratch, and making the scaling of the solution very efficient. While we can concentrate and focus on providing on the relevant information when it's relevant to the driver from many apps in the background, and that is completely unique for any competitor in the market. The retrofit market is enormous, with 1.2 billion cars, and we often get asked, well, won't this market disappear? Well, it won't happen soon, and the tail is very long. And even more so, actually, for the somewhat simpler vehicles in the B2B segment. Our prototype has been receiving very good feedback, both from professional and private users. We have really strong industrial partners, and we have been granted by the Swedish Innovation Agency. We go to market with 2 business models, one simple subscription model and a purchase model where 2 years of base connectivity is included in the price. Initially, we are targeting two main segments in Sweden because we want to try out both B2B and B2C for the most efficient scaling. And we want to have the quality stamp of the country of origin of the Vision Zero strategy to leverage our quick expansion via Europe into the targeted developing countries. There are many head-up displays out there, but our solution is unique in our retrofit open platform thinking with a total driver focus, including the two cameras, the conversational AI with a high edge processing capacity, and also with the concept of including both onboard and offboard gamification. This makes us stand out in the potential upgrade of 1.2 billion cars. We're a strong, diverse and dynamic team with 5 nationalities speaking 13 languages, and we are backed by an extremely seasoned board that are also co-founders and investors in the company. In a lean capital scenario, we will require some 3 million euros in total to be cash flow positive in 2 years and break even another year later. And then we are set for very profitable traction ahead. And a higher capital injection initially naturally could speed up this trajectory a bit. But right now we're asking for 300,000 euros in a bridge pre-seed round that will take us through B2B piloting, a B2C pre-sales campaign, and we are producing the tooling for mass production. And with these milestones ticked, we will be ready to take in 2 to 3 million before the end of next summer. I actually do not expect you to see all the opportunities in Consenz solution after a silly 5-minute pitch, but I do. So please help me get this ball rolling, and I will not make you disappointed. And soon you will probably see more platform opportunities than I even do today. And it is not too late. This solution has a huge potential for at least 10 years to come. And by then, the software will run well in another hardware platform. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you, Anders. I leave you to Hans.
Very interesting. Thank you very much, Anders. Anders, thank you very much. Is this product, or put it that way, is the automotive industry, you have spoken with Volvo, I suppose, because this is, in Sweden. What do they think about this? Why are they integrating this? Why aren't they integrating this in the new car? And first of all, I think it's a very, very, very good concept. And it's true. I'm using it. I'm not using it myself, of course, because I'm on the phone all the time when I'm in the car, and I know that it's very dangerous because I get distracted all the time as well. So it is probably a very good. It's really a good step forward for humanity, and probably saves some lives. Now, this is one side. The other side, of course, is the going to market situation. What has been the responses from the automotive industry? Because it looks to me that if you get the big companies as your clients, you're more or less done. And with LOEs from the big ones, it's much easier to raise the money.
Yeah, of course, and I think my answer will be slightly contradictory maybe here, because one of the things that we have been actually aiming for is to make the platform brand and car agnostic, so that we can actually work with the whole industry and the retrofit to basically any car. The car industry has a very high focus on the new cars, and that is really why this market is a little bit left untapped. So we believe much more and have actually been tighter in the dialogue with big brand independent used car sales networks, for example, where this kind of added feature can really benefit their sales, and where also it can be bundled into, for example, insurance and finance packages. So we are a little bit skeptical to actually be absorbed by one specific brand in our initial trajectory, even if it would be, of course, an interesting opportunity, mainly on the used car side then for the OEMs.
Well, how do you have competitors? Let me ask you, if you have competitors. I know, for instance, that in the new BMWs and the Mercedes, you have these kind of technology already inbuilt. It's probably not the same. Of course, you will know the difference, but you have already these projections on the screen. I don't like this because I get distracted. I like to see, through the window what I see in the forefront. I don't like to have lots of stuff on the on the windows. So it's probably also usage. Is it user friendly? Is it user unfriendly? You have technology already out there. So where do you fit in, and how is the consumer responding to it?
I think that it might be some preferences that you don't like at all to have something in front of you, but I would say that the general reply is the opposite, that they feel really relieved by being able to use their voice only, have navigation and notification about incoming call and messages right in the front of them, not having to go for the mobile phone and do any physical touching and so on. So for the general opinion has been that if you are looking more at the competitor side, I think that of course new cars is a competitor in itself, but not really the main target for us. And still the car industry has been a little bit, I wouldn't say pushy enough with a head-up display. It's quite still expensive. It's quite bulky for them to fit. We make it a little bit simpler and leave out, of course, the car-centric functionality to really focus on the driver support. And one of the main differences being that we can never make a car autonomous or brake by itself. We are providing that information, but still rely on that the driver will take the decision. That's the negative part. The positive part of that is that we can keep the platform open. We can collaborate very quickly with many external partners that can run their services in our platform. And the unique thing that I haven't seen from any competitor, even in the retrofit head-up display area, is the fact that we are running parallel apps in the background, just putting up the notifications from the background apps when it's relevant for the driver to take a decision. So that makes us somewhat unique, I would say, in the market.
Okay, I understand. I mean, the legal situation is that you are allowed. The driver is allowed to use this. He's not allowed to use a phone. That we know. Everybody does it. But yours would, in case of an accident, that would not qualify as a dangerous device.
No, that's how it's the legal text is today, and I hope it remains that way.
Yes. Your business model was basically, it's either by months, you rent one and you pay €29 a month. If you don't pay them, whatever the system shuts down, you have to give the product back, or what is the situation? You have to buy 500. You have to buy it as a device. You buy it for €599, and then you have to pay €29 a month for having it run. Right? Is that correct?
For the purchase part, we include the base connectivity for 2 years. So basically, the first 2 years you are not paying anything more than the upfront cost. But then, of course, as you prolong the subscription beyond these 2 years, then it will come an additional fee.
And if you don't prolong, you have to give back the device.
Yeah, no, I mean, of course, that will be one of the challenges to get the device back, and therefore it's more like the telco industry, that basically you are committing yourself. If you bind yourself for 24 months for the subscription model, and in the upfront model, of course, then you do whatever you want with the product when it's not there. Naturally, you want to recycle, coming back to circular economy and so on going forward, but that will be a little bit later in our journey. And right now we are more concerned about getting things out than to getting them back, actually. But of course, that will come.
Do you need telco partners for that, or is it basically? And so you have to speak with Telecom, you have to speak with Orange, you have to speak with all the ones, because without them approving it or running it through the system, it wouldn't work, right? If my phone, which I have here, I cannot use it. I need to have they have to speak to your devices.
Yeah, but it functions like that. That for everything that is your personal communication, it connects via Bluetooth to your device, and you are using it. So you don't need to store new contacts. You don't have to redo anything. It's just your phone, but you can keep it in the pocket. You don't need to take it out of your pocket when you enter the car. For everything that is traffic related, everything that is infrastructure, communication, smart city applications, and so on, it goes directly to the embedded SIM, and that's where the telco industry is coming in together with us. But that is a dialogue that is not difficult to take. They are really interested in coming on board and partner up with us, since they see a huge opportunity in this, especially, with the cameras onboarded as well. There are quite a lot of, potentially over time, quite a lot of data that could be exchanged and useful in different scenarios.
Have you presenting your device already in Las Vegas on the technology show? The big
We are on our way to CES next time, but it will be the first time.
Because there would be that you have a huge market, and then that you have, of course, for the product. Anyway, naturally. Yes, good. I do not have any more questions at this point in time.
We are finished the time. Thank you so much, Hans. Thank you so much, Anders. Please stay. I'm moving to our last founder, of course, not the least at all, Olena Iosifova, CEO and Turing, Estonia, enterprise software seed 1.75 million euros. How's it going, Olena?
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
It's great to be here and be the final founder to pitch today in the evening.
Last but not least.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So I would like to present Ender Turing. And in Ender Turing, we created machine learning-based real-time behavior analytics, and we help medium-sized and large enterprises to boost their revenue and customer satisfaction. Before I begin with the slides, I want to imagine the situation when you call your bank or insurance company and you hear IVR voice that this call is being recorded for the purpose of quality control and training. And then you realize that every time they record your voice and everything that is inside the conversation and still provide lame customer service, or some problems are still not solved that you asked for. So it comes to the idea, who actually listens to those conversations? Are there people who are doing this? And I'm sure they do, but in less than 5% of chances of time. There are 800 million conversations recorded daily between the business employees and their clients. And just up to 5% of those conversations are really reviewed for this quality control, training, and compliance monitoring. So basically, enterprises lose revenue and have compliance risk in conversation black box. With Ender Turing, we created a platform that processes 100% of conversations. So it actually, instead of people, understands the context of the conversations to help enterprises boost their revenue and create better customer service. Every conversation in 24 different languages, in voice, chats, and emails, monitored by our system. It captures interest, customer objections, consent, compliance, and complaint, and 14 more control points. This helps our clients to improve revenue, their customer satisfaction. For financial services organizations, also improves debt recovery while they stay compliant over all those processes. In real time, we can also augment sales and customer service representatives, providing them hints and tips how to be more professional and more appealing to the situation on phone or in chat. How the system works, it captures every conversation, it makes the analysis of the content of the conversation plus control points, it assesses performance of every employee in the company, it provides possibility to coach right on the platform and measure the result for the business end to end, from the conversation to final KPI. We already validated this with more than 15 clients, and we can definitely say they have huge improvement in revenue, referrals, and cut costs on management. Of course, we have competitors, but looking at our competitors, we can say that for middle-sized enterprises, they need more a platform that covers all: analysis, quality management, compliance monitoring, training of the people to improve this process or to improve, get inside the change of the process, and real-time augmentation. We also have inbuilt value features specific for financial industry, and this year we also open up health. We provide high-quality in-house built speech-to-text for 24 languages, and we are able to create a new language in 3 months. And our excellent UI provides rapid time to value. Our ideal customer has more than 35 people in their sales or customer service team. We get annual fee per agent, or it can be monthly as well. And the average client contract is 25,000 euro annual, which gives us 3 years time value. For a client to 75,000. We already have been at 25K MRR last year, but then the war in Ukraine started, where we had our team, families and friends, and we were a little bit, and customers as well. So we actually intentionally churned customers from Ukraine. They are still using the platform, but they are not paying. And we grew back from other markets in Europe to 23K MRR at the moment. By the end of the year, it will be 30K. We are 3 co-founders and 10 people overall team. I have my experience in selling enterprise solutions at the pioneer of optical character recognition. I was leading sales and marketing for 9 countries. Our CTO had his previous business in selling contact center software. He knows the market in and out. And our head of R&D is just amazing AI specialist. We are raising now 1.75 million for our seed round to achieve almost 1 million in ARR and become 3 top solutions on the market. Thank you very much, and join us as investor or a corporate partner to boost revenue with real-time behavior analytics.
Thank you so much, Olena. Hans.
Yes. Who gave you the idea to the project? It's a very interesting project.
Yeah, so I was working with my current co-founder at his previous business on business development when we were selling and implementing contact center solutions. And we understood that the main business for Cisco, Genesys, other vendors who provide contact center solutions is, let's say, routing the traffic, and that's it. And the only metric that they do is analyzing how many calls, what was the call duration, and very basic metrics. Market needs something more in deep. And then I have my background as engineer as well, and I was interested in research in the area of human-machine communication. So when this came together, we discussed it internally, and we got an idea that, okay, so if we can automatically analyze not only the number of conversations, the duration, timing, and workload for people, but also the content inside every conversation, we can bring up a lot more insights for the business and a lot more understanding of what's working and what's not working. So at that time, also my co-founder was exiting his previous business, so he sold his shares to a separate partner. And with this money, we decided to start this project.
Interesting. It's an eavesdropping project, of course, and technology, and in the end, it's an intrusion in the privacy of the client, of course. But he gives his consent in the beginning because he's asked if he gonna. I wasn't aware of this, so until this very moment, I participate in this conversation with you. I wasn't actually aware that there is much more going on in behind the back. I saw this, and this was my former business. We recorded all phone calls, of course, with clients, because if there was a litigation, you were listening at the tapes, and then yes, of course, there was a mismatch between the prices, and you could clearly define who was wrong, and either the firm paid or the client has to pay. So that was the tapes running in the background for compliance reasons. But this now running in the back for also eavesdropping and analyzing business is quite amazing. You could probably then also, depending on now, let me phrase the question differently. If you are now working on the data as a whole, as a bulk, but could you also then, if I would be the manager and ask you, could you see how specific name, with specific words, keywords you can filter them out as well? Let's say, let me give you an answer, family with children. So what conversations were made where people are asking questions about how many children they have and if they have a family or whatever that is. Can you filter that out as well then?
Yes, exactly. So I'm really glad that you grasp it really fast. What I noticed also,
one of my challenges, I grasp problems already. That's new.
So exactly what we do now with our customers, so they can get as deep as they need. And just to give you an example of our last healthcare project, in healthcare, they were really interested to know what was the reason of people calling, and if they are calling to make an appointment, have they made this appointment or not? And if not, what was the reason for not taking the appointment? And who was the appointment for? Is it for a person who's calling, or for the kid, or for a parent, or for a relative? And many, many more. And we actually provided them a huge analytics really fast, that at some 10% of people who were calling in their contact center couldn't make an appointment with a doctor because the doctor had no availability. And they had 12 locations, that's different polyclinics in 12 different locations where people were trying to get this appointment. And we told them exactly what doctors, what specializations, in what locations are missing for what period of time. So then they can immediately react and make changes in their operations. Like they know exactly now who is missing, where and why, and how much people need it. So it's like, from one hand, a talented operations manager could feel this, right? From some of the background metrics, but still they would never guess how much of the load they need per which type of a doctor. And with our analytics, they can get it in real time every day.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Your business model again is that your clients pay they pay per call or
per seat in their
per staff, right?
Yeah, per staff. How many full-time employees they have working with the clients on a daily basis. Then the license per such employee.
And you have a marketing team basically who goes to the clients, or how do people know that you exist?
Yeah, we have two channels. One is direct outreach. So we basically cold outreach through LinkedIn and emails to our potential clients. And this works for us. But we recently started inbound marketing as well. So this is content marketing, creating great use cases. And now it's working because we already have clients, we have great case studies, and now it's providing us back.
The ball is rolling.
Yes, exactly.
That's good. That's good. Very good. Okay, very interesting as well. I really learned something new this evening. Thank you, Max. You have to be careful now if you call your bank.
Yeah, but not every bank uses this at the moment. So there is a great.
Well, my bank doesn't, because I have so many quality issues with them. So
Yeah, you could advise them on such a technology.
yeah, well, I'm certain. Yeah, I might actually change banks, because again, today I had a long conversation with them, because they fucked up something again, payment, which I was really mad about. But anyway, that's the way it is. Great. Thank you very much, Olena, for your time as well to explain me to you. It's very interesting. Bravo, and I wish you all the success you can have.
Thank you, Hans.
That's very interesting.
Thank you, Hans, and thank you, Max.
Thank you so much, Olena. Olena, stay. We're bringing all our funders back. We are at the closing bell. And let me start with you, Olena. The 20 seconds elevator pitch, as you best you can, convincing Hans and all the investors watching this pitch event invest in yourself and your company.
You want me to wish for the best now? Is basically the winner, or the winner is, or whatever? What is it?
We are giving 20 seconds elevator pitch to each of them now, to convince you and all investors watching online to invest. Olena, please.
Hi, Ender Turing is machine learning, real-time based behavior analytics platform to boost revenue in middle enterprises. We help banks, insurance, and medical companies to improve customer satisfaction and gain more money. But we also grew more than 3 times in the last year in our revenue. We sell in 5 countries at the moment, and we are ready to scale. Join us with 1.75 million in seed round to see our growth.
Thank you so much, Olena. Stefan. Unmute yourself. Unmute.
Sorry about that. If I can cut your energy bill by 25%, would you be happy? Do you want to make that a reality? Then invest in Taurus, and we will make it happen for you.
Thank you so much, Stefan. Anders.
Yeah, so do you want to participate in saving life also in traffic? Then you have come to a scalable platform that gives immediate benefit to the individual, but that can also very quickly give new functionality. And if you are adding the community dimension, the gamification opportunities, and the smart city applications, well, then the opportunities are endless. So come, let us get this ball rolling to democratize road safety. Thank you.
Thank you, Anders. Daisy.
So investing in Loom is not just a chance to be part of a groundbreaking business, but also to have a meaningful impact on the future of our planet. We're starting a circular fashion revolution, and this is your chance to join us. We have huge ambition and are part of an extremely fast-growing market. I'd love for you to join me on this journey.
Thank you so much, Daisy. Hans, we are very much 1 minute to the closing. If you want to give the last word to our founders, you go. If you want, of course.
Yes, thank you. To all 4 of them, I can only congratulate you for what you've done. I have seen very high quality pitches this evening. I'm more used to see much less quality ones than I've seen this evening. So it's really, really good. And you all 4 were really convincing. You were really convincing. You were straight to the point. And you were quite professional in providing the answers as well as the project. And I think that a real need within humanity, in a certain sense. Stefan with his electrical, much more efficient electrical motors. Daisy, of course, with her platform of bringing people together, starting communities. Anders, who basically is saving lives. Yes, I agree, and I find this is a very good point. And of course, Olena as well, which is quite interesting, is in raising the quality of the people lose less time in speaking to their service providers, so that the service providers are actually prepared to listen to the people, because they will know what's all about. So all for you really have you touch a point in time and you do something. Congratulations, like your pitches, and have a good journey. Continue to have a good journey.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hans. Olena, and Anders, Stefan, and Daisy, thank you so much for coming. Everyone wants to get in touch with the funders. These pitch events on our YouTube channel. You can go, see, watch. You have all the details of our funders. You can go straight to them. We don't charge any form of success fee, but you can also come to EquityMatch, and we are more than happy to make a very warm introduction. Thank you again to very much. Very pleased that you, Hans, your first time with us. I hope you can come back again. We very much enjoyed having you with us, and thank you again. See you.
Thank you,
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.